that day he told that 55, I got out at 73 GameStop. I never got back, and I know I could have made a little bit more. I'm like, you never know when they're going to stop the way it was going. I mean,
Right. So whom all we have now? Okay, so we have
that's something I need to
Girish.
change my screen a little different to see that. Okay. Bing, 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 bing.
Okay, so we have Girish, Mohan, Sandil. Who's just V? No, the guy.
Vijayendra Kumar.
Oh, Vijayendra Kumar. Okay. Okay, so I think let's get started. Today we will go in the order of lowest price to highest price then.
I wonder why.
Okay,
I don't know
so
where I kept my spreadsheet. That's my problem. Yeah, you keep going. There you go. I got it.
I think as far as alt is concerned, after hitting that 35, I think it's again making another base, I believe. So as long as I think it stays above this level, from where it had run, I think as long as it stays above this 13.9 or 14 level, I think it's the potential is high.
Which level you said? Sorry, I missed that.
14, the
14.
current level. Yeah. So the stop loss could be around
Oh, it's 14.
10.29, around this level. But there is a good support level here, especially at 10.29. So it looks to be a good buying here. That's what it has pushed the price till here. Yeah, I think those are the two levels we should be watching, and 14 and then 10.5.
Okay.
FireEye. So I think last week we discussed about FireEye. So it has pulled back to its 20.29 level after touching the 25 level. So it has to hold this 20.37. So if it breaks that, I think the next level for entry will be around 18, I believe. That will be a good support unless it breaks that too. So this one seems to be good. So these are the levels. If it goes down, pull back. First support at 20.29. Okay. Just a minute.
What was interesting about this? Someone had mentioned something that.
FireEye is, I think it's a security
This is a
company.
cyber
Cloud
security. Yeah, the
cloud
cyber security one. And apparently, this, along with two other cybersecurity, is been in the news recently with all the hacks and things coming into picture. So I happen to see this in a couple of other messaging boards.
Like you said, Baswaraj, it looks like things are coming back for this for a while.
I think this is what it is. Some access. So if you look at the long term, I think the last 2 months have been very good. I think there's a good volume that has come here. So hopefully it will try to push the price above this 25. So
All that people want is when is it going back to 97? Just give us a date.
The day it breaks 25.
There you go. That's all we care.
Yes.
So buy it at 25. First target is 55. Second target is
Just look for once it touches that 18 level and just see whether it really, I mean, current level also, if it holds this and starts going up, that's also a good sign. But others, at this moment, these are the two levels. The immediate levels is 20 and 18 is what we should be watching. Mohan, any thoughts? additional thoughts? Please feel free to share.
Oh, yeah, sure. No. Yeah, I don't have any comments on that.
On FEYE.
Yeah.
Mohan says he won't touch
I
it.
Well, unless it crosses 24.5, I wouldn't be interested.
Yeah. This level.
Or you want to hold it for longer? You want to see the support at 19 or something? If it, the thing is, if the market starts pulling back, this may drag for a couple of months or 6 weeks or something. So at that time, it may be crossing the 50-day from down to above at who knows. So as of now, I'm not really initiating any long positions. So I mean, in general.
Yeah. So yeah, I think from the stock perspective, I think let's watch for these levels.
Yeah.
Can you record it? That's what Jay wants to record it. He's not fully participating. So.
Yeah, I think it's recorded. Yeah, it's getting recorded. Okay, so SLV. SLV was interesting. Already the levels were there.
That day it was on 25. It didn't move anywhere. 10 cents this way, that way for the whole day. I said, forget it. I sold it.
Okay.
SLV looks good, I think. I mean,
every chart I look at for silver looks good, man.
After you sold.
Yeah, I know.
Everything looks good after you sold, and everything looks bad after you bought.
No, I cleaned up
between PAS and SLV, I'll probably pick SLV. I think that's an interesting.
AGQ.
It's an AGQ.
It's an ETF which is 2x or something. I think, I don't know.
Yeah. AGQ is straightforward.
I think from the move perspective, if you really see here.
Whoa, it's going that much, huh?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's kind of breaking out, right? So if it does, nothing like it.
So that line is 26 point something? Okay.
See, the interesting phenomenon is you should be watching for this 48 level next, right? 46, 48 level. And it's been consolidating for a quite long time. SLV almost from what, like from 2012. So from 2012, almost 8 years, okay, it has kind of pulled back, and definitely it needs some energy. Now, I think there was a good volume that came in here, and then it started consolidating, and now it just broke out to, let's say, 30, almost this level it has come today, right? So then the chances of this one going to 36, 48, if it breaks, we don't know. Any possibility is there right now because of this consolidation that has happened. Okay. And current market conditions, like how things will just keep going. Gold went, but this did not go. So if you look at the SLV, it just made its, it's still not made its complete cycle, I would say. So look at this one. Gold did it very nicely, right? So from 2012, if you see, gold did its job. But if you look at the silver, it did not, right? So maybe
silver
this
never
is the
went
opportunity
back.
now this is the opportunity for silver to really make that move. Okay, so I think it has pulled back, I believe now. So let's see what happens in the morning.
If you were to buy any recommended entry price?
For which one?
For SLV, sorry.
It is going to gap up, looks like, so you need to be careful.
Yeah. So I think, has it come down? But it's showing like 24. Oh, no, this is a different number here. Yeah.
This is SLV is during the market hours. You want to check the silver.
Yeah, correct. So it has to be. I mean, this I'm using the simulated trading, so that's the reason it's not showing.
We can add the silver future to see.
Yeah. No, I think silver future will be a little different. I think.
I think it's dropped quite a bit. It was 29 SLV, now it's 27.60.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it has to pull back, right? So.
Did you sell?
Yeah. No, I'm just keeping it. I'm probably going to keep it as a hedge.
I thought you sold. That's what pulled the price down.
No.
Maybe you can wait for it to reach this 38 and 48 levels. So let's hope for that. Okay. So look at this. PAS already kind of tested this level.
So it's already gone up, huh? It was $8. Wow, so perfect, symmetric. Yeah, I think I agree with Mohan. It doesn't have too much upside like the other one, SLV.
So SLV has got good potential, I would say, but this I have not traded this PAS. Only SLV have traded. So, but if it really, I think it's kind of consolidated very well around this level, right? So around 32. So if it stays above 33 tomorrow, so then it might go to 44. It might break this level like around 38.5. That is critical. If it breaks this, it can some move. It's kind of a small base we could see here. Okay, as far as AGQ is concerned, yeah, some good positive momentum here and good consolidation around this level.
It's another ProShare silver
Yeah.
ETF, but a lot of people say instead of buying silver, sometimes buy this one. This is a lot more, runs much volatile. On uptrend, you're better off with this sometimes.
So, but so this one will be like, yeah. So I think this is also forming. If you see, nice handle here. Top is formed and then nice handle. So anything above 56, it will reach to 76 or 71, I think.
So if it crosses 56, it's 71. Okay.
Yeah, it will try to touch that 71.6. The possibility is there. So let's see tomorrow what happens. 56 with the silver getting that momentum. Okay. AMD. So AMD is like right now pullback mode. Yeah, it kind of
below 50 days.
Yeah, go ahead, Mohan.
No, it's still it went below 50 days. AMD.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
He said it went below 50 days.
It's,
50 days.
It's below 50. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it's not breaking out, right?
Yeah, I mean, our expectation is at least it should go to 120 or so. It should break. But I think before making that move, it is just trying to like a sling effect, right?
Yeah.
So it's just getting pulled, I think. So
Yeah, I think
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I think AMD like 3-4 times it tried to cross 95, it couldn't cross it.
Yeah, almost like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So I think it same thing happened with QCOM also. So before breakout, if you look at here, right around, not here, so around this level, 90, 100 level. So multiple times it used to come to 92, and then only once it just, the moment it crossed 92, and that's it. After that, it never turned back. So I'm hoping the similar kind of a chart will be there even for
AMD.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it crosses in 95 and higher, then it's
It has
okay.
to hold
to
that.
take
Yeah, it has to hold that 93. So, but it's a good one, I believe. So considering the results are good, everything is nice. That is just that push and pull is happening between the buyers and sellers at this moment. So it has to somehow get the direction.
Okay.
Whichever the direction it takes, I think it's going to be pretty good momentum.
Yeah.
So if you have it, just hold it. Fresh entry, maybe you can just wait for it to, let's say, 78. In case if it breaks 86, so then it might touch 78 or so, and then that will be a good entry point. But otherwise, I think it is still good, looking good for a long term, I believe. Okay. Fine. Apple. So Apple, I think it is still has to test that 125 level, and then maybe the next support is around 120. So, but at this point of time, I think there is some pain we can see in Apple. There's just 2 red candles. So let's see whether it's going to.
Couple of theories I heard from some of the hedge managers. What they're saying is when these guys are buying Apples and Microsofts, those kind of stuff, they need the money, right? Sometimes they raise money, sometimes they do the shorts on these kind of other stocks. So when they have to cover those shorts,
they'll sell this.
They have to sell this because they have to even out the money, especially if it's in billions.
Correct.
They suddenly act on it. So that's why he says all these good ones. The reason the good ones are going is because these are the easy one for them to sell compared to other ones. Easily sellable in big quantities are the ones they will sell. Even if you see Kathy Wood, she bought PayPal at 250 and she sold a lot on Friday. She's been buying continuously. All of a sudden, she sold a lot of good stocks on Friday.
Interesting.
She sold Facebook, PayPal, REGN, which she just bought recently. Except Tesla, everything else she was selling.
I think.
So,
yeah.
I think that one manager, a lot of people piling on one particular manager's trades. Honestly, I don't know how long that's going to work. It's going to stop working at some point.
Which one you're saying?
No. In general, in general, if somebody is saying hey, so
I don't know about
buy it, right? That's what he's saying.
I agree. I'm just saying what is happening was suddenly a lot of people selling Apple and Microsoft on that after a good result. That's why I was worried.
Somehow this is going to be shaken out, in my opinion. So, see, there was Abby Cohen in the past. There's like so many. Okay, right. Everybody was just people follow one person, and somehow somebody would come shock the hell out of this, and then this thing will stop working. So I hate to be throwing water, but if you have to be blindly following some managers, at some point it'll. I'm not so sure how long it will keep working.
Just trust your charts and go. That's it.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, looking at this chart, I mean, one can easily say that, it is currently in a downtrend and wait for it to, let's say, in case if it tests 125 and if it holds, it will be a good entry, once it takes a turn, but or else wait for it to really test these levels of 120 to 125 level, right? So that will be a good bouncing point for a real good trade. So I would say Apple, just wait for, in case if somebody wants to trade, so wait for this 125 or 120, this level, and see if it bounces. Because at least at this point of time, that's what it is looking like. Okay.
Okay.
So J&J, I think it is looking very positive. I mean, it's just a short-term pullback, I would say. So nice, breakout about 156, and then so all that it can do is test this 156 once again and then start moving up. So
Isn't that an island top, Bhaskara?
Pardon?
That's an island. That's an island top, right?
This one, right?
Between what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
between, like you're talking about J&J, right?
Yeah, it looks like an island top, yeah,
Yeah,
on a day chart.
So,
yeah. Here.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, the possibility is there, once it hits this 167 level and once it fills this gap, I think that's where it will start taking, I mean, the momentum will be there, right? So, but overall, I think we just have to wait for it to really test this level of 156. And once we have that confirmation, then one can re-enter. But or else, if we really see the other view of, on a weekly chart, so nice breakout above this 156, what we can see. So nice consolidation for quite like almost 2 years of consolidation.
Weekly looks good. Weekly looks good.
But yeah, weekly looks good. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what I don't know whether this we had drawn like when we were discussing. So this was the pain period, like when it had to, I think Vijay or somebody had asked about this J&J at that time. So this is what we had drawn, like 144 to 148 was the price which it was moving. So I think it did break once. And then after that, once it came back into that zone, I think it just went up. So that was a very good consolidation, short term, like a couple of months, like almost like 6 months or so, it just consolidated. Yeah. So almost from April to November, I think it just consolidated around this level. And then it break above that. So I think considering this kind of a consolidation, hopefully it will have that strength. So J&J with vaccination and all those things in play. Okay. So J&J basically just wait and watch for it to consolidate and hold the 156 price level. Okay, and then let's go to the NVAX. So as far as NVAX is concerned, I think that 189
came and it started going up, and I don't know.
I mean, it makes pretty crazy moves. So, but technically, if we see, like, it is doing its job in terms of consolidation and then sudden breakouts. So let's see if it starts consolidating around 189 level and holds this level of 189 and then keeps moving up. Okay. But again, a risky one for sure. It is just those who are interested in holding this for a long time. So no matter where it goes, you can. So yeah, I think from look at the weekly charts, a nice cup and nice, handle we had, and another cup. So and then again here also it kind of broke above 189 level. So it has to hold that 190 now. So if it holds, so then nothing like it. It can keep going up. So if you're owning the stock, I think 190, you can keep it, or maybe just hold for some time, because it can do wonders also. I don't want you to get out
Yeah.
too early.
The stock does 65% in one day.
Oh yeah. This is
If you're
crazy.
already there in it, isn't that good profit to take and run?
Yeah. This is NVAX is like
Yeah.
crazy move. We have seen that.
Yeah.
So-
Timapa, I think he sold that. I don't know if he still has it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Some of-
I think he has sometime.
Yeah. Okay. So we have, okay, as far as the Microsoft is concerned, I think overall, I mean, if there's a pullback, I think it will be a good entry. So in case if it pullbacks to 216 level, so because it will continue to keep going up. Not much of pain we are seeing in Microsoft at this moment for chat.
This is probably the best chart that we've seen so far, I think.
Pardon?
Right? This is probably the best chart we've
Yes,
seen
yes.
among the that we've discussed.
Yes. Microsoft was pretty nice. I think the last week when we discussed, it was around like the 216, this level, I think, right? So did a good job from the chart. I mean, completing that, the base and all that. Okay, so NVIDIA, it just broke this. I think it is just an earning play. At least, I think, when is it? February 16th? When is the next earning? February 16th, I think. November, usually February, we will have this. Yeah, I think around February 13th. So that time frame, I think we should be having this. So any pullback to maybe around 495 or so, it's a good buy. There is still a probability of this one kind of breaking out. It's right now, it is just struggling. So maybe with AMD and all of these chip stocks, they're kind of struggling around this level. So never know. Anytime they can just zoom the way Netflix went $60, right? So that possibility is there. So just any pullback, I think you can just buy it, I would say. And NVIDIA, anyway, it has good stories to tell, at least in the coming quarters. I think I think 224 is their earning. So just keep on watch on that NVIDIA.
So good entry point would be,
Even now, it's a good entry point. So, I mean, in case if it falls like around around 500 or so, 475, it will still be a good entry point, I would say. Because it's kind of consolidating between this. If this is confusing, I can just take this out. I mean, if you really see, right, it's kind of consolidating around this level, like 494 around this, like maybe 490 will be appropriate to say. So 490 to 580. So that is the range it is getting consolidated. So any breakout, like it can go to zoop, it can go to 725 or so. So that probability is there. Okay. So as far as Tesla. So I think Tesla, looking at the chart, I think it has some downward pain, maybe 720 and 600 and around this level, I think 652 as the next levels. Around this 656 or 692, but at least 720 for sure. Looking at its downward trend. I mean, next week, the moment we see a red candle here next week, so you can expect it to go to 720 and then around 600 level. So it will oscillate between this once it crosses this level, 818. So at least there is some pain before gain, for sure.
Couple of more came up, FUBO
Oh, FIBO.
and
Already
VXRT.
Party was there about this one. Pardon?
VXRT.
Okay, VXRT.
And the third one just now came. What was that? I just saw that. ABML.
ABML, okay.
That's it. After that, we can go to Mohan talking fundamentals. Huh?
Yes.
Hey, I don't talk fundamentals.
I think Senthil put
Mohan, whatever the chart says, you have to justify by fundamentals, right?
that.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to buy just for the pattern. True. But I don't know everything in fundamentals though. If I wish I.
Yeah, at least you can talk about the Apple, Tesla, that you know, right? NVDA,
Yes,
big guys, AMD.
yeah.
I wanted you just for that.
Yeah, I mean, NVIDIA is probably an interesting chart, and that's I would buy between 490 and but real clear breakout is when let me go back. I think if it crosses 554 is when if it does, it's very likely to do. But this between 490 or 500 to 580, you can buy like in small quantities, and but a clear breakout is 580. I think from there, I think it can go at 25%. Fundamentally, it's good. NVIDIA is good. I mean, everybody knows it's not. I'm not going to say anything new or something. Yeah.
I think this will make it clear. So this is a buy zone, consolidation zone. So
yeah, and that's a buy zone, and we're very likely to break out more than AMD. I think this is more promising.
More potential is there.
Yeah.
Probability is high on this.
Right, I think so now.
Yeah.
And if it breaks 555, it's like that's probably better. That's like IBD type of buy point would be like when it crosses 5. Let me see. I think 585. But if it crosses 585 is when real breakout. That's when you're going to start seeing green in your So until then, it's like kicking around, getting kicked around on both sides. That's like unless you are lucky. I'm never lucky. I don't buy it at low and make money at all. So I would just wait for it to break out. So it just works different for different people.
Yeah. I think these are the levels that we will have to watch. So 490 to this level 550. So 590. I mean, imagine like anytime it moved like 468 to 589, 590, like almost $100 plus. So any breakout is $100 for sure. Like so 600, like 620.75 or 700. So those are the levels that we can think of NVIDIA going.
From a historic point of view, Mohan, any specific instances where it had these breakouts? I mean, if you look at this chart, was there any major things happen for NVIDIA? This was a good breakout duration.
When? Yeah, actually, the real breakout occurred. That is when it started making new high. Was in May, on May 8th. That is when it really that would have been the perfect buy point for it around
300 level. I
think,
right?
Yeah, 312, about 312, and the first week of May. After that, it's all I mean, it's in the same. I mean, at least in the last 3-4 months, it's in the same range, which actually it's maintaining a decent range, and that is good. You know, it's almost horizontal. You know, the 50-day moving average is almost horizontal.
Good
As opposed to
consolidation.
AMD, yeah, as opposed to AMD, which is breaking down, and I wouldn't really. I mean, if I'm going to buy like the pullbacks, I would choose Nvidia rather than AMD personally. This can go up too, but you know, I just don't like that wavy pattern of the last few months. If you look at Tesla before it broke out, like in November, right?
This
So
time.
that is September to November. It had a good consolidation, like a tight pattern.
Right.
I'd like to see that type of tight pattern.
Okay, so we have another 10
Mohan,
minutes.
how is the fundamentals for Tesla, Mohan?
Tesla,
Of question, yeah.
you know, how much more? I mean, you can take a break, and if Tesla is awesome, well, there's nothing I mean, wrong about and nothing bad about it yet. But it's, see, the thing is, how much, what multiples you want to give? It's just, you know, Apple was like this, like in 2011, Apple people would hate to buy Apple because you know, the valuation was so much, but slowly Amazon. So and then this, but I think this will take a break for some time because everybody, every mutual fund, hedge fund, everybody would have bought this.
Yeah, maybe they're making money, right? I mean, they're taking their profit and they'll allow it to cool down for some time.
Yeah, right.
And once everywhere the money is made, then they'll again bring it here to push it up.
Even best are the best stocks, right? They take a breather. They take they pause and they form bases for months. So this is just like too much of a game to keep hoping that it will, you know, it will keep going up.
Yeah.
So at some point it has to.
Just in the interest of time, I'm sorry. We just have 3 more symbols, and after that we can open for discussion. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think ABML, so it has to wait for. I mean, it has to hold this level, I believe. So 2.5 level. It has to hold and see if it really forms this kind of a base, something like this, right? So wait for it to, you know, I mean, even if you enter now, so I think 2.5 will be the stop loss, because if it breaks, it will come down. But otherwise, it's a new one, right? So not much history, but I think so 3 cent made like almost not even 3 cent, right? Yeah, 3 cent went up to $5. I don't know how it's going to hold this level.
No, what they do is they scratch and take the metals from the reuse the battery or the EVs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think with the again, it's just the Robin Hooders and those kind of guys have to really come in and push this up. now the Wall Street bets, those kind of guys have to come in here. But I think if as long as it holds 2.5, it has potential to go up, guys. Okay, so BXRT chart looks good actually.
Yeah, chart looks good. If it breaks 12.25 or something, it will see 16 in a short short order.
Yeah, basically, I think it will try to reach this previous high at least, so around 17.5. It has to give the opportunities for these guys to exit. So this one is a crazy move.
Oh, used to be 70. Wow.
I mean, this can go whichever the way, guys. So, but at least short term, I mean, at least for 17 should not be a problem. But yeah, you need to.
It was going good that day, but then pulled back the same day. So
No, I think this is fine. I mean, from 9, it just went up here and it's pulled back, and then 4 hours. If you see, if it holds this level of 9.5 to 10. I think it will cross this 19.5. I mean, around 19 range, I think it is going to go around 17.5. Yeah. I think it still has some potential to complete its cup, the base.
okay.
Looks good. Which is the Fubo.
Last one is Fubo. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Fubo made that touch. Last week, I think we had won this one, 57. So it just touched that 57 and then it pulled back. So I think if it holds this level 40 next week, I think it can retest those levels. So the critical one will be 40.75. If it holds, then I think then it will allow these guys to exit the next move. Okay. So we're done with all then.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Somebody put a lot more, but let's finish with Mohan first.
Yeah. So I think so. This is a critical level, I think, for this one, 40.4. Even if you look at the daily one, I think that's what it is showing. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. We're done, guys. So anything else before we wrap up, like another 10 minutes?
I think that's pretty much. So overall, is the market going to have a correction this week or no, Mohan? What do you think?
I think it's starting a correction. How bad is it going to get? I don't know. But it's very, I mean, I think it's quite likely that we see a correction. And see, S&P and NASDAQ, right? They both lost all of January's gains. And I mean, in a short order, right? Like if S&P, for example, if it goes to I mean, just day one of visiting below 50 day, it's so close to like recent high. I mean, they will shake it out. See, the thing is, how many stocks have gone up 400, 500%? How often does it happen? This just, I mean, too much of optimistic trades, like too much of, what do you call it?
I think it's not optimistic, man. It is a mad trade. That's it.
Yeah, seriously, hoping a stock that has already given 600, 700% in a matter of 6 months, people make fresh buys on that. And the thing is, I said that at even 300% before, and that I was wrong. It still goes up, but I don't know. I'm not that daring. So yeah,
we can also take a look at the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq chart, right?
Yeah.
From that you'll be able to do something.
Yeah, see, it's forming, unless 380 is 385 or 3850 is broken out on the upside, and see, it has to prove itself. Now it is pushed down. Yeah. And one other thing that I kind of made a decision to sell at least some of my holdings is this one, right? Volatility. Even see, 2 days ago, or Wednesday, market went down 600 points, and Thursday it went up But VIX, if you see, it didn't for the for the amount of gains that we saw on Thursday, VIX did not budge much. So it's just like it actually closed close to the top of the range, or even it was positive with VXX. For that tells me that people are buying volatility, right? It's like people are they're still. And another thing, when you see a loss of, like, big loss one day and then big gain another day, and then followed by another big loss, this means I've seen this play before. So I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm just making some cautionary note. That's all.
If you look at that, you're right, Mohan. So basically, if I look at the 4-hour chart, right,
Yeah.
there are a few things that we can note down. So one is there is a dump and then consolidation that happened and then dump. And then
Right.
again, consolidation has happened, and there is another dump today that happened, right? So if you look at
Right. It is forming in a kind of a round top, or the head and a rounding top, I'd say, rather. Not end of the world, but it's like every.
I mean, it's right now, yeah. Some pain is there for sure, but again, it is like on a 4-hour chart, there is a consolidation dump kind of things are there. So maybe it has to allow these guys to exit, like, this, whatever the short that they must have done around 3595 level. So I think those are the levels, in case if the 3657, if that current range, if it breaks today, it just tested that, and let's see, like, if it really holds that, if it breaks this one, so definitely there is some downside until, I mean, not the complete downturn kind of thing. I think maybe because of the yesterday, I mean, the last couple of days sell off, and then there could be Monday, Tuesday will be a up day, and then maybe Wednesday, Thursday will be a down day, right?
Yeah.
So we need to watch for that.
Mondays are usually, Mondays have been bad recently. Right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what they're making all this reverse psychology, right? The day you think that, oh, today when the market opened, the it fell down, right? Like, look at this. It just tested that 3665. So I think 3656. So that level it has tested, and now it just bounced back, and people will be thinking that, oh, it's market sold off, and you start selling, and they keep just move up, and then it's, oh, okay, it's moving up, so then dump, they'll bring it down.
Yeah, that's what happened even in the previous just 2 days ago, right? The same chart, like it went up only to fall down.
Right.
Yeah, that right there. No, I mean, to your right. Little bit. See, and it feels, it felt like, okay, we had the support, but then it didn't last too long.
Correct.
So if it has to follow that.
Yeah, at least there is a lower low and lower high. So
right.
Kind of, this one is a big move, that 100 point. Yeah. So it's a nice zigzag on a lower side. So let's see if this is going to bring it down.
Another theory that I have is, like, to buy those COVID affected sectors, like still airlines, restaurants, and they have to come. So they will have to sell the ones that performed well, right? It'll also show, look good in their books to say, okay, I bought Peloton at 27 and sold at 100 and whatever, right? So, and then where does that money go? So that would go to NCLH and, like, cruise, and I don't know. It's just sector rotation.
Yeah, sector rotation, we have to be careful. I mean, we have to just have those individual sectors, main performing ETFs, and based on their performance, I think we just have to pick those.
Yeah, so they'll probably that will happen soon because COVID vaccines are there.
Right.
At some point, they will buying.
Correct. Okay, guys. So yes,
Yeah.
we're top of the hour, 7 o'clock. So thanks, Mohan. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy and safe trading next week.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You. Bye.